With us now is Toni Holt Kramer and our friend Trini Lopez, the fabulous Trini Lopez. What a pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, so special.
Thank you,
So
honey.
special.
Thank you.
my
Thank you.
dear
Thank
one.
you.
As I was saying to you, Toni, before we actually met Trini today, I would listen to Lemon Tree, and if I had a hammer...
I used to try to sing it.
You did? Were you trying to be a singer too at one
I
time?
just loved it so, the way you did it.
Because I knew you were an actress,
Lemon Tree.
but you would never try to do singing, did you?
Oh, honey, I was the only one that in school, the assembly, told me not to sing because I could throw everybody off.
Oh.
True. Anyway, you know, Trini and I said to him, it's so wonderful to see you, my old friend. Then I said,
Thank
no,
you.
no, we're not old friends. We are dearest friends.
There we go.
We have been friends forever.
Excuse the noise, by the way. We are doing this in a party for Toni's latest book signing event for her spectacular book, which is...
Unstoppable Me.
I love that title.
My life in the spotlight.
I love that title, honey.
Thank you. Well, I think it's apropos.
And it's true. You're unstoppable.
I try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important never to stop.
Never
if
to
you
stop.
you become irrelevant.
There we go.
And if you keep going at it, no matter what it is, even the littlest thing, as I say in my book to women, it doesn't matter if you like to bake cakes and give them to some organization that it means something to.
Yes, exactly.
Because that makes you relevant.
Yes.
If you like to sew, if you like to do things, create something. Relevancy is what keeps you alive.
That's right. Exactly. Especially giving to others.
That's right. Helping, giving, sharing.
Sharing.
Right?
Uh-huh.
It's true.
Of course.
Trini's career has been endless. He has done so many great songs. You are a legend in your own time. I mean, I don't know many people that I can say that about, but you really are.
Thank you, honey.
And people love you, and I know your biggest fan. Tell everyone
thank
who
you.
your biggest
Thank
fan
you,
is.
Toni. I've been very blessed. In fact, my secretary, she's not my wife, she's my personal secretary for 24 years, Lee Walker. And she and I just finished writing my life story.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this a scoop?
Yes.
This is a scoop, Richard. We
Yes.
have a scoop.
We love scoops, don't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. She and I took 10 years to write my life story. And we're doing real good with getting the publishing and the screenwriter because people like this is another scoop. People like my friend Clint Eastwood
I love him.
may be interested
He's
in
still
doing
my
my
heart.
life story in a movie.
Wow. That would be
Clint
phenomenal.
Eastwood?
That would be absolutely phenomenal.
Oh my God. I mean, there are very few people that make me go, oh, Clint Eastwood is one of them.
Well, I have to hit you with this interruption right now. And being politically incorrect, I have to say, my feeling is that the movie stars of back then, and stars such as yourselves back then,
indeed.
had real personality and charisma. And I hate to say this, but people nowadays seem to be rather bland by comparison.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, of course. Oh yeah,
They're all
absolutely.
bland. They're all bland.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like we are. I mean, we're hot. We do things, we say things, we're totally incorrect at times, and we don't apologize for it.
Charisma is very important, and not everybody gets blessed having charisma. Not
How
everybody.
right you are.
Right.
How right you
Yes. Yes.
are. You know, it's true. Years ago, didn't you always hear that if you were a star, the reason you were a star is because if your name was mentioned, people would see your face in their head.
Right.
If your face was seen, people would know your name in their head. That doesn't exist today, I don't think. It exists with people like Trini, like Fred, like Clint Eastwood. All these people, Cary Grant, even today.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
imagine?
Yes.
We're sitting in the Cary Grant house, folks.
I know.
You know, so all these people, and Margaret, I mean, people that really, Lana Turner, Ava Gardner, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, I'll go on and on, Sammy Davis Jr.,
Yeah.
Jane Fonda, who's still working and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
out there on Netflix with a top show, Lily Tomlin, all these people still relevant,
Absolutely.
relevant and working.
Yeah, and Trini, you were just mentioning to me earlier about your love of London and which friend you have there, or had there, rather,
Yes,
right
yes.
there near Piccadilly Circus. Share with our audience.
Well, I did a movie called The Dirty Dozen.
I remember that.
And Sinatra, I don't mean to throw names or anything, but
Oh,
Mr.
throw.
Sinatra, I always call him Mr. Sinatra. He never, in 36 years, he never said, Trini, call me Frank.
He didn't?
He never said that.
Are you kidding?
He loved me. Sinatra loved respect. I mean, immensely. Believe me. And he never told me to call him Frank. And I said, Mr. Sinatra, I said, my God, I can't believe you're my idol since I was a kid. And I never thought that I would ever get to meet him. And I was at a nightclub. Tony, did you ever go to PJ's in the 60s? It was a nightclub in Hollywood.
No, I wasn't here. I came
Oh.
to the desert in the late 60s and started in Hollywood in the mid-70s. 74, actually. But I met Frank here
You met him here in Palm
in the
Springs.
70s.
In
yeah.
the 70s.
In early 70s. And he was the one, actually, Frank and Rock Hudson were responsible for me having a career.
Really?
I wouldn't have had I wanted a career,
Wow.
but I didn't know what to do. I used to sit home and say, I can't be an actress because it's not my personality. I need to be me. I can't follow a script. If you give me a piece of paper that says, hello, I'm Toni Holt Kramer, I promise you I'll blow it. I can't do it. So what I wanted to be was an interviewer or something. And I watched Rona Barrett.
Rona Barrett, oh yeah. She lived around here.
Oh my God, yes.
She lived in this area.
Yes. And I thought, I can do what she's doing. I could do that. So it percolated for a few years.
I know
And then finally, Frank and Rock gave me my big break.
Oh, how nice. Sinatra gave me my big break.
Yeah.
I was at a
That's
nightclub.
two of us.
Oh, here we go. I was at a nightclub in Hollywood called PJ's. And there was a place where people like Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, Frank Sinatra, they all frequented this place.
The stars.
And I said to myself, I gotta work there one day. And by the grace of God, that's gonna be the name of my book, by the way, By the Grace of God.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
I love that, by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
And everything is by the grace of God,
I
isn't
think
it?
so. I think
You know,
so.
I really do believe that.
Absolutely, people really should count their blessings and
Yes.
appreciate life. And yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
appreciate God.
Yes, and
You
appreciate.
know, appreciate God.
Yes,
Talk
absolutely.
to God. Talk to God like he's your friend.
Of course.
Talk to
So-
God. You don't have to be formal. You don't have to be in a church, right?
So he saw me one night at this place called, I got a job at PJ's. By the grace of God, they hired me. And I said to myself, all I want to do, dear Lord, is see Frank Sinatra in person. That's all I said. I didn't say I wanted to meet him. I didn't say I want him to be my friend or whatever. I just wanted to look at him in person. So one night he comes in, and then he came in the second time, and on the third time, and by the way, I never talked to him. I was too afraid.
Of course.
I was too shy.
Of course.
So I just looked at him, you know. He'd be sitting there with his fedora hat, and I used to look at his clothes and everything. And on the third time, he sent his most famous record producer, a man named Don Costa,
Oh,
to offer
sure.
me a record deal
Wow.
with his record company, Sinatra's
No.
record company, Reprise Records.
Huh.
And they gave me an
the
8-year
name.
recording contract.
Really?
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Absolutely. How wonderful. What a wonderful artist
He was that
he
kind
was.
of a man, though,
Yes,
wasn't he?
yes, yes.
You know, I'll tell you a quick short story.
Yeah.
I had come to the desert, and I had gotten a job. I didn't know what to do, and I went to KMIR.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I can do local Hollywood news for you. I hated the name gossip columnist. So Mike Frankovich, remember Mike Frankovich, the great producer, he said to me, Toni, you got to have a gimmick. And I said, what's a gimmick? And he said, you got to have a gimmick. Well, I thought about it. And I decided I would have a gimmick. I got dressed all in white. I bleached my hair.
Like you are tonight.
Yeah, right. Deja vu.
Deja vu.
And I,
Lady in white.
the
Lady in white.
Exactly. In my book, you'll read that chapter. And the lady in white. And so I made myself wear white clothes. I made my hair very white. I only ate white food. I was excessive. I'm only eating white food. I'm only going to drive a white car.
Wow.
I'm only going to have white furniture. I mean, I was neurotic, to say the least. But anyway, Frank thought it was adorable. So he introduced me. He said to me one night at Ruby Dunes, you remember
Oh,
Ruby
do
Dunes?
I used to go there with him.
Oh my God, Ruby Dunes. He summoned me to the bar, and I was with my mother, as I always was, and I said to Mother, why is he having me come to the bar? She said, just go.
Don't ask any questions.
Don't ask any questions. So off I went to the bar, and there was Frank Sinatra with his best friend, Danny Schwartz.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
Danny?
of course.
Okay. He said to me, I've been watching you on the television station.
Oh.
You're too good to be here. You need to go to LA.
Wow.
And I went, oh, yes, sir. What should I do? Yes, sir. What should I do?
What should I
He
do?
said, you'll hear from me.
Wow.
And you know, within 48 hours, his press agent, Jim Mahoney, called me.
Jim Mahoney. Great PR
Remember?
guy. Sure.
Oh, my God.
Sure.
And my career started.
What
Oh,
a history,
honey,
what a
that's
story. It's
beautiful.
absolutely astonishing, really
Beautiful.
astonishing.
Really.
Sinatra was that way. Sinatra would help you if
Short
but
story.
he had to like you. He had to like you, and he liked you, I'm sure.
Right.
And he
But-
liked me.
Right. And you know what? I sat next to him with my mother. I don't know how many Friday nights was Fresh Lobster night, remember?
Oh.
Fresh Lobster night at Ruby Dunes.
I really do.
And my mother and I would go because I love lobster. They would come in from Boston, and Frank would have an entourage, and he was with his best friend Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And he would sit there, you know, having his drinks with all of his entourage.
Yeah.
But I never trespassed, you know.
It's nice that you did that.
Yeah,
I did the same thing.
Really?
I
You
never
just said
bothered. I
hello.
never bothered him.
Just said hello.
Yes.
Good evening. He would be the one actually to say good night first. Good
That's,
evening first.
that was a very smart move on your part, and I don't mean to say it that way, but that's what happened to me also. The same thing. I stayed away because I was.
Right.
First of all, I was too shy
Me
myself.
too.
You too.
Me too.
Now, isn't
In
that a
those
strange,
days, I was shy.
and what a strange characteristic, because so many people today are so obnoxiously
Yes,
pushy,
exactly.
yet you
Exactly.
are both artists, authors, and you have class and dignity, and that is so
Thank
lovely.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Richard.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you do. You know, you're probably the best interviewer on the planet.
Really?
Oh my
I think
God,
he
thank you for the
is.
I've never
compliment.
met him before.
Oh, he's
Have I?
fantastic.
Well, unfortunately not. A pleasure, sir.
Richard is different. You know, most interviewers want to be up there and saying, hello, you know, it's me, you know, hello, it's all about me right now.
right.
No, Richard doesn't do that. Richard
Mm-hmm.
gives his artist, his talent, the voice. And that's why his shows, you know, there are top network shows, Richard, by the way, that their ratings are falling into, excuse the expression, the toilet.
Yeah.
And that's because it's all about them.
Yes.
You have the artistry to be able to say,
And share.
it's about the talent and the people that I'm bringing into your home,
Right.
your living
He
room,
wants to
your
share,
bedroom.
right?
He wants to share.
And of course, I thank you so very much for the compliment of that. This is precisely
true.
what an interviewer should do, not grandstand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank
You
you.
do it.
Exactly.
You do it well.
Exactly.
But I'm so excited. Tell us the name of your book again.
It's coming out very soon, and it's Trini Lopez, By the Grace of God.
By the Grace of God by Trini Lopez. And my goodness, lemon tree.
Very pretty.
Yeah, I love that song.
Great song.
I love that song. I performed it on stage years ago with a Spanish guitar, by the way.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You're gonna leave it. We have the big surprise, a cake. You have to
Okay,
Oh,
we have a
honey.
big
okay, one
surprise.
more
Let's do
second. One of the main sponsors of our show is Bill Falloon of Life Extension Foundation. He wanted me to give you this.
Wow.
And
And we're going to live forever.
we can open the thing. Here we go.
Oh,
And really,
are there
Bill
vitamins?
Falloon, Life Extension, you get every month. You get this incredible magazine.
I'm into all this.
Well, so are we all.
Yeah.
If we're not at our ages, we would
Yeah.
not be around.
Right.
So, so nevertheless, I mean, don't worry about getting older. It's great. The trip is great. The journey is great. Just take care of yourself.
Right.
And all these great things. Buy all of Life Extension. I love it. I take it. You
Oh,
decide.
memory. Ah.
Memory.
So important, so important.
We have to go now.
Again, Trini,
Thank
so
you,
very,
Richard.
thank you so very much.
Thank
and
you,
Toni,
sir.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
you need to join your audience.
By the
Thank
grace
you.
of God
By the
goes
grace of
Trini
God.
Lopez
Thank
and his
you.
great novel.
Thank you, honey.
Absolutely.
God bless
Great
you.
autobiography.
God bless you.
Thank
And
you.
God is blessing you.
Yes, he is.
Right.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And bless you.